Hello everybody, my name is Chris Townsley. I attend Frederick Douglass High School. I am a junior hoping to be senior. Shout out to Miss Meeks. And for my project, I'm going to show you how to barbell bench press. So when a successful bench press, in my opinion, I will always start out with gloves of any sort. It doesn't matter what type of gloves they are. I just appreciate the gloves more because I don't like blisters on my fingers from just lifting with your bare hands. They're annoying, irritating, and it makes the skin on your hands look bad. So let's begin.
Go.
Okay, so for one, the way you want to start is you want to line your fingers up on the rough part of the bar, always on the edge. You never want your hands to be far out here. The reason why you don't want your hands to be out here is because when you're lifting weights, if your hand is out here, when it's time for you to bench the weights, when your workout is over, you don't want your hand to get caught with the weight in the bar. If your hand gets caught in the stand in the bar, that could be really painful, and you could have probably more than blisters. It can mess up your hand seriously. So, for right now, I'm going to show you the basics of just lining your hands up and making sure you're safe in the procedure. So, in order to successfully line your hands up, you want to watch the rough part and the smooth part. You should always want your thumbs, the end of your thumbs, to always touch the edge of the rough part. Remember what I said, you never want your hands out here. You're lifting, your hands come out here. When you lift the bar, coming back, your hands is possible chance your hands can get caught up. So you always want your thumbs at the end of the rough part. You never want your hands too close, because if it's too much weight on both sides and your hands are too close, it's going to be pretty hard for you to lift the weight back up off. So make sure your hands are right here at the edge. So with that being said, now I'm going to show you the other basics of basically knowing how much you should want to lift and knowing your potential in lifting weights. Okay, so now I'm gonna show you how to properly adjust your weights and put your weights on there to the like of your truth. So me personally, I feel like I'm a heavy lifter. I'm not gonna say I'm out of control, but I know I don't like easy workouts. So I'm gonna show you how to apply your weight properly. So first, for me, I always put my smaller weights on the inside and my larger weights on the outside, just to keep it balanced. Even though it's the same size pound, but all weights come in different shapes and sizes, even though the number of the weight is actually on there. I also like to keep clamps on my weights too. That way, if you have loose weights or if your bar is small, person like this one, if your weights are too loose, you just slide this right on there, tighten it up a little bit, and your weight stays. So I'm gonna do the same thing for this side too. And now your weights are balanced and they're gripped to the bar. So there's no possible chance of you having loose weights or wobbling with the weights if it gets too heavy or anything. And just for a tip, you always want a spotter. You always want somebody behind here watching your back, making sure that you're safe in the process. There's never enough protection when it comes to lifting weights. You always want to keep your body safe first. Okay. So another tip for lifting weights, you should always want to stretch before you lift weights. You never want to pull a muscle, or you never want to get tight lifting the weights. It's good to have a spotter back there, but let's say one day you just need to work out and you don't have anybody to help you in the process. You should always want to make sure your muscles are loose and you're ready to lift and ready to go. So now we're gonna get on with the lift. Okay, so remember what I said about hand position. Another thing you should never want to do is you should never want to bend your wrist. If you bend your wrist, it's a possible chance the weight could be too much and you could drop the weight directly on your neck or your face. It's possible, I've seen it happen. So now we're gonna start. Now I'm gonna process you and lifting weight. When you bring the weight down, you should always want your arms to come at a 90-degree angle. Like that. The weight doesn't always have to touch your chest. You should always just want your arms to come at a 90-degree angle. The reason for this is because when you bring the weight down to your chest, you could possibly tear or rotate a cuff or give yourself a great shoulder injury. The reason why a 90-degree angle is best is because there's no risk of your shoulders and the muscle, the power or the force from the weight is coming directly towards here, your arms and your chest. It's nowhere near your shoulder. So there's no possible risk for your shoulder to get injured. Now I'm gonna do 10. Now I'm gonna do a rep of 10 myself.
Go.
Okay, so after a successful day of hard work, now you should want to stretch after you lift weights. You should stretch after and before you always want to lift weights, just to keep your body loose. You never know what can happen. You never know what's the future predict. So now, all that's left to it is clean up. Basically, you just want to make sure when you're cleaning up, when you're loosening this, you want to slide it off gently and just don't throw your materials everywhere, because it could be stuff around that's fragile. You never know if this could break. You never know what's the outcome of anything. So what you want to do is you want to slide it gently now, and you want to slide off the weights gently. Make sure you have a tight enough grip on the weights. You never want to lose grip, because if that weight falls and it hits your toe, you're probably going to the hospital. Wait. So once you're done with cleanup, now that's left is making sure you relax. You want to relax your muscles. Most athletes, I know you've seen on TV and newspapers, probably magazine articles, when you're reading about athletics, most athletes, when they're resting their muscles, they're usually sitting in ice, just relaxing, not doing too much, just having a good time. So, in conclusion with today's lesson, making sure you always want to stay safe. Like I said before, it's no telling what could happen in the case. You never know, a weight could fall, or something could be misplaced, the weights could be uneven, you probably won't have clamps to keep your weights tight. So always make sure you have the right materials, always make sure you're being safe. So that's my project, and that's it. Okay, in regards to Ms. Meeks, I want to say thank you. I've had so much fun in your class this year. It was awesome to be with you. You're an amazing teacher. I learned a lot. To be honest, your AP test,
if I didn't get a 3, I didn't get a 2. So I just want to say thank you again. I love class of 2017. I hope to see everybody at graduation next year. And let's go Astros.